What's up, everybody? It's Steven. Follow us on our YouTube channel, LIB Generation New. Hit the like button, subscribe, watch all our videos. Also, we got a Facebook and Instagram channel, so y'all go find us there and subscribe.
Hi guys, it's your girl Olive. Y'all please do me a favor and subscribe on our channel.
Welcome to LIB Generation New. I'm your host, Stephen Moore. Let me introduce you to LGN.
Obadiah.
Olive. Sad.
So today's topic will be marrying overseas. We're going to be discussing marrying overseas. In 2017, the Census Bureau reported that a record number of adults in the U.S. were not married. So more than 110 million residents were divorced or widowed or had always been single. That's more than 45% of all Americans aged 18 or older. So with that being said, many Liberian-Americans are going abroad to get married. Would you go abroad to get married?
No.
Why not? Can you talk a little bit more about that?
I would not, because the mentality is way different from the mentality that the Liberian men mentality is way different from the Liberian men mentality in America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on
I wouldn't plan to go to get married. They say, oh yeah, I'm going to find a woman in Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
If I go to Liberia, they're happy. I'm not even planning it.
Yeah.
If it happen, it happen. But it's not something I'll plan, because once you plan to go get married, now you fresh meat.
Right.
Because somebody will see all your face.
Right.
They will say, oh, she's here for something.
Right.
If you let it, he or she is here for something. If you let it happen naturally.
Right.
Yeah, but it's not something I would plan. And I feel like it's more beneficial to men to plan to get married. Overseas. Because before that was what it was. The men would come, then it was sent for the weapon.
Right.
Now when it become
more women are
the women going, it's like you're a woman, you going, you engaging a man.
Yeah.
You telling him, I get you on I won't. So that's what I would plan to go do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Why do you think more women are going back home to find their husband? Do you think it's difficult to find a good partner in the Liberian community here in the U.S.?
Yeah, I don't think it's difficult, but I feel like Liberian women don't travel around, and also Liberian women, they're so comfortable with being with their own people, like their own culture, like their own guy, even different cultures in Africa. I'm not gonna say, but most of them, they more comfortable, so they don't want to try other type of people. But it's like 50 states in America.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It's, at least if it's like I've been married before, it didn't work out, then I happen to go Africa, that's different. But you didn't even try.
So
Yeah.
your question, what was your question
The
again?
question is like, is it difficult to find a good partner in the Liberian community here in the U.S.?
It's
Is that
not.
why?
No.
The thing is,
They
the
don't
thing
try.
is, all right, a lot of people, we have our culture, and we have the American culture.
Right.
Liberian men and Liberian women that came here, once you forget your culture and you decide to marry somebody in your community, you know what's spread. If a woman you have the Liberian community in Minnesota, you have community in Trenton, in Philly, it's very small.
Right.
So if you're a young girl, you doing hopo jolting, excuse my language.
That's what's already.
Yeah, you sleeping around.
Right.
Is
Worst spread.
Yeah, the worst spread. Who I get? She do the pussy, I get do the pussy, I get do the pussy, and this spread around the community small. Then who's gonna take you serious?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
In America they say do whatever you want, right?
Right.
Freedom.
Right.
But in our community,
It's not
it's
like
consequence.
Yeah.
Because if you be free all you want, but when our own, they will tell you straight in your face. American people, they will hide it behind you. They will say, oh yeah, you could do what you want, but our people will say, you let it, they will tell you. Then it's judgmental. Then once it passes down, so that's what, it's not
That's
hard,
why
but
they
you
look back.
you have to keep you gotta be mindful of how you move around.
Your repetition. You gotta be careful with your repetition. And
Yeah.
he's saying that. So now I forget.
Yeah.
So let me
Yeah.
I guess let me try to understand what you're saying. Are you saying that there aren't enough eligible Liberian women here?
I'm saying he's trying to say they grow up. They finally get a chance where, I grew up and I'm tired of that life.
Okay.
But then when you try to mess with someone here now, they don't want you.
Yeah,
Because you already
okay.
done sold your body.
a Liberian girl, because the thing is, if you're leaving for here to get married, because you said a Liberian man ain't go, a Liberian man ain't go, the mentality is totally different because most of the people here are traditional.
Yeah.
So the what a Liberian man would deal with here,
Yeah.
a Liberian man, Liberia is not gonna deal
It's
with.
not.
Like somebody get it, they know how to cook. They say they know how to cook Liberian food.
That's true.
They say,
Yeah.
they say I'm cooking for you. You gotta cook your own food. We gonna order
That's true.
McDonald's.
That's true. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The Liberian man, Liberian, we
Hell no, you
really
wanna eat
gonna
every
McDonald's.
day.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a different thing. So once they decide to go there, then and they don't work out, and they come by. And what I say, you were telling me.
What is this saying?
You said we're bringing.
Oh yeah, like I heard people saying, let him bring them. Meaning let a woman that bring the men here, we'll take them.
Oh wow.
So let him bring
Okay.
them for us, we'll take them. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Somebody garbage that somebody value.
Right.
And
So everybody, somebody trash and somebody treasure.
Treasure, yeah.
That's the saying.
How about
That's true.
Yeah. All right. How about it pretending? We'll touch on that later.
Okay.
I
Well,
would-
no. Elaborate on that. Talk about pretending. Talk a little bit more about that. Pretending in marriage.
So the person go from the female leave from here.
Yeah.
She go get a man like her. What a man would do? He will act nice.
Yeah, right.
But when you come here,
Yeah, because I know so many people, I'm a hairstylist and I see these cases where so many people, not even Liberian, different Spanish, different people, they pretend because some of them want their paper. So they pretend that they will act like the nicest person. Then once they get their paper and come here, they want out of the relationship because it's like, I was just doing this because I wanted my paper. You know, some people gotta do what they gotta do, and some people will do what they gotta do to get their paper.
yeah.
Like,
If I was stuck in Liberia,
and you see somebody.
if people, if women coming from Liberia, America to pick up men in of, yo, I'll wear my Flyers outfit and learn Siri.
And not even that. I feel like with the women, it has so much to do with social media.
Okay.
I feel like after Facebook and MySpace and all this whatnot came like abroad, women are going back because these men are targeting women on social media.
Yeah,
I would do the
Yeah,
same.
yes.
My
And these
opportunity
women
there.
sometimes are so weak. Like women, we can be so weak. Somebody sweet talk you, but some women like me, I'm like, listen, I know the game. Don't even try that. It's men in America that be in my inbox. No. You think I would lead in and try to talk to you? No.
But hold on, do you think a part of the reason why some of those women are weak is because there aren't
What they've been
enough-
through.
Yeah,
And
what they've been
when
through,
you say
yeah.
weak, are you talking about mentality or?
I don't, because I guess I'm more Americanized, so like I wouldn't discriminate who I go out with. But a lot of women, like I touch base on, they prefer their own. So if they're having trouble finding men here, once that man, good looking man, slip in their inbox and start sweet talking them, they start buying into it. And then bang, they in Africa being married. So
Wow.
like they weak minded.
Alright. I guess my question is, do you think the reason they're weak-minded are they more
And some of them
receptive
are
to
older too. It's mostly the older women that are doing it now.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Because it's harder when you're older
find-
to find a
yeah.
man.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
these
yeah.
young women that are going, come on.
yeah, because when you're doing a thing in the community, remember time. Remember with time, not you.
Yeah, people
I'm
don't
speaking in
think,
general,
people don't think, yeah.
Time, men have a longer time zone.
Yes,
When that time
definitely.
comes, you know the African culture, they push marriage, they force it, so that women don't feel pressure. So they say,
Yeah.
let me go find my African king.
Yeah.
But then again, if you find your African king, you gotta follow, in most of the cases, the African culture. If you don't find the African culture you want it, American culture to a strong Liberian man,
Yeah.
it's not gonna
Right.
happen.
And sometimes too, like I don't even think some of these men are using some of these women.
Okay.
Like yes, it could be a case because women do use men for paper too. But they do. But
Wait a minute, you use definitely.
yeah, I mean, some women a lot of women use men for paper. Even I have a client, I think he's a Caucasian man.
Yeah.
A Spanish girl using good-looking Spanish woman, using for paper.
Wow.
Okay.
Because
I
and
never heard that before.
his friends was like, come on, you think this good-looking girl gonna stay with you? He's like, oh no, she loved me. By the time that girl got her paper, she was gone.
Wow.
And then she was gold digging, so they do that. But I think what my case is saying is, these men, some of them do fall in love with these women, especially the ones that go back. Some of them fall in love. But then the women, they don't realize, like you said, these men are different. Their culture. Some of them are controlling because Liberia sometimes don't have no rules and regulation. What I've noticed, they get up, by the time they bathe, they're gone. You can't even see your own husband. He gone.
You're saying this is the case for the men back
in
in
Liberia.
Okay.
So when they got plenty women and they sleeping around back and forth. You can't say anything.
Wow.
So that's what they used to. So anybody that going back to Liberia, you better think about it. Do not if you are a strong woman, you're not possessive, you're not controlling, and you want to be cooking for men, and you don't want to be checking behind no man, do not go, especially young boys. Maybe the old men and they're a little old, you know they gotta use the Viagra. So they was for that. Yeah. But if you're a young woman, do not go marry no young man, cause trust and believe, they're not gonna sit down.
Okay, so it sounds to me like we're discussing a lot of the negative effects of, marrying somebody abroad. But what are some of the positive effects?
I guess if you want to bring somebody here, you want to sponsor somebody, you can bring them. If you fall in love with somebody, if you actually fall in love with them, you could bring your spouse. Being with somebody that's from your tribe or culture, and that's a positive. Yeah.
Yeah, like what Obi said, the important part is being comfortable with your tribe and your culture. You know, just speaking that Liberian English, and you gotta be speaking Siri way up, throw your hat to you, and you gotta be smiling because when you're speaking in Siri, you gotta be smiling smaller. So like you feel more comfortable because the person understands you. You don't have to be you
So
don't
they
have to
can
be
relate.
no one else that they can relate.
Okay.
So I think that's why two people even go back home to get married. So that's a positive way, and they can teach their children their culture, the cooking, they can cook. But other than that, I don't know.
Who you call it, man?
You're right. Basa mene can cook, my pa can cook.
Oh man. Okay, so just like a final question: do y'all think marrying someone abroad does it increase or decrease the divorce rate within our Liberian community? And yeah,
That's
That's a tough one.
I think there is no divorce rate. I would say
it does decrease.
All
There's
right.
no- okay.
The people. What I've noticed that when you say all right, let's put it like this: it don't work a lot.
It doesn't work a lot.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
In most cases, it don't work because a lot of people that stay together, they probably were dating there already because, like I said, the older generation, these people are already going out. They know it's simple that people they bring them. But when you go back, it's like there's this girl. She brought him in. The man came. The man knocked on her door. She was with another man. The man already, he in America already. So he left.
Wow.
And some people, they're on Facebook, they sent for this guy, but they don't know how to act. We talking about a Liberian man just from Liberia. They're on Facebook, they're making flour because they're posting picture of the person and other women there's a new like fresh meat, so other women say, okay, they're gonna try to get that person.
Right.
So it becomes a lot of drama with that, and somebody got in, they let dressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they come, they want to be American.
Yeah, because of that poverty life.
Yeah, and being American, it take work. Some people think you wear your clothes, you dress,
and that's it.
Yeah, we work 24/7. So so I feel like it don't work.
It doesn't work.
So I guess
I feel like with the women, I feel in most situations that I have, like with men marrying to women, it worked more than women going and marrying to men.
Okay.
Because the Liberian women, most of them are strong, and they can be submissive. They're
ones
willing.
here, or
The ones in Africa, even the ones here too, because if you get a good home training. So they are willing to work with their husband. So most of the time, sometimes it be the man's fault. I mean, it could be the woman's fault too. She might be using, but most of the time it could be the man's fault if they do get a divorce. But I feel like men going back home marrying is not better, but it's getting more positive feedback, like less divorce than women going back home. Yeah, because I feel like a lot of men, they're using women because these women are like they might feel like they're insecure, or they be like, oh, say you're not passing around. If you leave America to come marry me, then they feel like they're leftovers.
Yeah,
they treat them like leftovers.
It's
So
like
they don't take them as an important. They don't take them serious.
The man's supposed to be the one to go back, like to actually marry. So as a woman, if you go back to look for a husband, I as a man, I'm gonna think there's something wrong with you if you're coming to marry me. I mean, they would pretend because they're like, okay, this is an opportunity to get my paper. Exactly.
And then some of them too might love you, but then when they come, our American women, we don't cook all the time. We work. So it's like we gotta be a family. We gotta multitask. And some of the men, they don't want to do it because they're so used to the women back there spoiling them, doing everything for them. So that's what like I said again, women, when you're going back there, make sure you let these men know what's up.
Yeah, it's true.
Make sure you get it straight, period. Because if you don't, these men are definitely not gonna try to put up with your BS, because like, listen, this is who I am. I'm not gonna change, and you should have known that before you married me.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Like I said, it's like a woman proposing to a man. Not a new trend.
And the men need to be prepared too. That's what I'm saying. These women need to tell these men, listen, this is what's gonna happen in America. We work as a team in America. This is not Africa where I can go and pass around and be sleeping all day. No, and it's so used to that. No, that's not gonna happen. And if you cannot accept that, I'm not gonna marry you.
But some men will play the role.
They will play the role.
To come, you know what I'm saying? As a man, if you come to me and I'm in Africa, you come and tell me, say you want to marry me, I have to think about why is it that you're coming all the way to Liberia to marry me? What's wrong with that?
But
right? It's as if a woman is proposing to a man.
But what if you went to Europe though? Would you take that as, what if you went to Europe and you saw a European woman? That's still not in America.
Yeah, but so the difference is a man. I think the man going to make that move is what's supposed to be done. So as a man, if I'm going back to Liberia or any other country to marry somebody, they're not gonna think that there's something wrong with that, because as the man, that's what I'm supposed to do. But if a woman is coming to marry me from another country,
but what if she doesn't marry you? What if he asks her to marry him? What if she comes? Okay, what if, for instance, let's switch it around. What if she goes for a visit and she's single? And then
that's different.
These guys come and be like, yo, I want to holler at you.
Different.
And then he'd be like, will you marry me?
See, that's different, yeah, because the man is still the one proposing as opposed to a woman coming from here and going back
But
home,
he can still be
planning to go
using
marry the
her.
man.
But he can.
Yeah. The thing is,
Right.
planning, you plan to go marry a guy is like,
Yeah,
it just,
people
it's
just think
problematic.
Yeah.
straight because a man is supposed to be a man. A lot of us are Christian, like we said, a man's supposed to be a man. Let the man do his job.
All right.
Because at the end of the day, whatever you are, he ain't gonna respect you.
All right, well, we're going to have to continue this conversation another time.
Amazing conversation.
All right. Thank you to my beautiful guests
Thank
again.
you too.
I'm your host, Stephen Moore. It's LIB Generation New. Follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram,
Yes.
Facebook, all that.
You already know.
All right.